under center heavy. It's going to take a while for you to kind of feel how this offensive line coming off the football. Here you see they fake the dive and get the end around to Kenneth Walker. And it takes you a little bit to kind of settle into this kind of offense that is just so under center centric. You see them hit a couple big plays early on, especially the pass to Arroyo. You saw them catch Derek Stingley with his eyes in the backfield. You really got to dial in on the quarterback's mannerisms, because if you don't, you're just going to be chasing things all game long.
Will Anderson penalized for being offside there, getting a little antsy, and so it's 1st and 5. Ball moved to the 32. Charbonnet as a hole and lowers the pads, and 1st down inside the 25.
Yeah, this is a weak zone. They come out with trips to the left, and then you're just going to watch the double team front side up to the front side linebacker. This is vintage West Coast zone run scheme. You see that seam, back presses, and then it's a cutback. And Lou, this is great. You got all those perimeter players, Cooper Kupp and JSN. The safeties sit back and too deep. Let's run it, and it's a nice job by that front side.
Real nice job by center Jalen Sundell getting movement at the point of attack against Tommy Togiai. I mean, they can get movement like this.
It's Walker, and Walker hit behind the line. It's a young offensive line, all of them 26 or younger. Nobody more experienced than 4 years in the league.
Yeah, I mean, this football team with John Schneider, the general manager, has done a nice job of retooling this roster. He really has them young throughout the entire roster, but in particular, Chris, as you mentioned, on the offensive side. And as this team continues to grow together, and there you get a look at John up there in the box watching his team, they are going to sneak up on some people, although I don't think they're sneaking up on anybody anymore.
Anderson and Lassiter made the play, so 2nd and 11. Final minute of the first quarter. Off the play fake, Darnold just fires it into the ground. The screen just wasn't there. Charbonnet well covered, and Daniil Hunter was closing in.
Yeah, it's an ideal call defensively. They pressure their nickel, Jalen Petrie, and he just blows it up. And so now it's 3rd and long. Very good decision by Sam Darnold there. The big thing in this situation, if you're Seattle, you have to watch your edges. Both Daniil Hunter and Will Anderson are elite pass rushers. Chip them, use a back, using tight end, allow time for Sam Darnold to see his receivers down the field.
So next to Hunter is Denico Autry is in there.
There you go. That's the key.
First action of the year.
That's the key in this down and distance. Denico Autry rushing as the 3 technique.
Darnold, pocket collapses, being chased, able to escape, and could be driven out hard and slammed to the ground, and a flag comes in. A little too much aggression on the tackle, and that's going to spoil. It would have been a good stop for this Houston defense. That was Azir Al-Shahir who made the play.
It sure was. Look, they got some real good pressure up in the middle of the pocket, had good coverage in the back end, forcing Sam to pull it down. Azeez Al-Shahir just at the end of the play. You see them talking about it. You see Jaron Reed in pursuit.
Doesn't it look like he kind of, that's good contact, but then just drives him into the ground there?
I don't know if he drives him, but I'll tell you what, the optics are. Look, you got to pull off. You got to pull off. You can't leave any gray area when you're in the white like that.
Al-Shahir, one of the leaders of this defense, hyper-aggressive, as you said. That's costly. Would have been 4th down, though.
Absolutely. You just got to figure out a way to say, hey, look, know where you are, know your surroundings, and get off the field. Now you're back out on the field here again with a fresh set of downs.
D'Amico Ryans loves this defense. They are fast, they are violent, they are physical, and they're right on that edge often, specifically at linebacker. Henry To'oTo'o and Al-Shahir, they're lights out. That one feels like crossed the line when it comes to the protection of quarterback and the driving into the ground.
Can Houston make a play, force a field goal attempt? They had a chance there. Now they have to recover from the penalty. You go down 2 scores. The way the offense is playing in this environment could be trouble. And right for the end zone, and scoring, and dunking is Jackson Smith-Njigba. Flags down afterward for the celebration, but Darnold strikes to JSN.
This is just elite. You're going to watch Cooper Kupp go on an inside post. Petrie's going to follow. Look at Sam Darnold. Freeze it at the top. I mean, he's going to have chaos right there. Look at, he is getting destroyed, and just a trust throw to JSN. Look how JSN uses his body just to kind of float in the air and make a beautiful tight window catch. Look at that throw.
It's a heck of a throw. I'll tell you what, the route is really what got Derek Stingley Jr., and he almost recovered on it. But Jackson Smith-Njigba is just so good at the move point. He's just so fluid. You just don't know what he's doing. Derek Stingley Jr. just settled his feet for a second. That's all it took.
Is that a vintage Jimmy Graham right there, the dunk?
That's a 6-footer, showing some serious hops. It'll cost him, but he leads the NFL in receiving yards. Third-year guy out of Ohio State, all smiles.
He's a stud.
Yeah, he is. He does all the little things, right? Not a big ego, not a diva, unselfish, blocks.
The cool thing about him is his transition from being primarily an inside receiver to now an X and a Z who can win outside the numbers has just been remarkable.
What did Sam Darnold say? It's like watching somebody on ice skates.
Conduct after the score. Number 11 of the scoring team. That 15-yard penalty is enforced on the try. We'll try from the 30-yard line.
So it'll be a 40-yard PAT here.
He said it's like watching someone on ice skates. It's, you know, for Seattle fans watching the Mariners game, rounding second base is kind of how he talked about his route running, and it feels like that celebration is a shout out to a great Seattle tight end, Jimmy Graham.
So the PAT from the 38, they could have taken it on the kickoff, but they're going to push back Myers, who's a great long distance kicker, and of course knocks it right through. You're watching on ESPN2. Flip over to ESPN for the rest of this. Seattle in charge here. The end of one, 14-0. ESPN's Monday Night Football brought to you by Progressive. Get coverage you can count on with home and auto at progressive.com.
Every idea you love began as nothing. Just a flicker on a screen, asking a simple question.